and show you how we're going to use Google and Google Drive and the Google suite of apps that they have that we use quite a bit here in English class. English, especially at Lake Island, is a Google Drive paradise. Google Drive is Bay. I know no one says Bay anymore, but I still say Bay because I like it. So Google Drive, we're going to be using it quite a bit. This is where you're going to store all your stuff for me, all your writing and your quick writes and your book reviews and your, just all the things. So I want to show you first how to set it up, second how to use it, or at least how I know how to use it. That way you're not frustrated trying to, like smash out a paragraph for homework and technology is bamboozling you. I want you to know how to use it immediately. And I wanted to record it because I felt like, hey, if you forget how to make a Google slide, come check out this video, So I'm actually going to go through these steps with you. So our first thing that we need to take a look at is storage. You're going to be putting everything that you do for my class in Google Drive. And I actually mean it. Not like, oh, yeah, okay, she says to put it in Google Drive. I'm going to do it in Pages and leave it on my Mac because my Mac is awesome. No, I want you to, if you do it in Pages, fine, but you need to copy and paste it into Google Drive. Because I have witnessed many students write entire papers on their computer and then their computer crashes or it breaks or I don't know, something, and they can't access their paper. Don't be that student. Be the student that has all their stuff on the cloud. That way you can access it. Okay, so we are going to set up folders. So I'm going to do this to show you how to do this in case you're not sure. You are required to use your LH Prep Google Drive because you have unlimited storage. We get as much storage as we want in our LH Prep Google Drive. So we're going to make a folder for English 10, and in this folder we're going to make subfolders. So it's like folders and folders. It's like Inception folders. But these are the subfolders that we're going to create: books and text, assignments, essays and short writing, vocabulary, mechanics, assessment. I know that's a lot of subfolders, but we actually do quite a bit in English. It's not just reading. Okay, so go ahead and head over to Google and make sure that your LH Prep account is signed in. This is how I know my LH Prep account is signed in because I use my Bitmoji. So once you are here, you're going to click on the grid and you're going to head to your drive. Okay, now please excuse mine, I have a lot of stuff in here, but I'm going to show you how to create these folders. So anytime you want to create anything really new in Google Drive, you hit the New button, which seems pretty self-explanatory, and we're going to choose Folder. Okay, now we're going to title this English 10, Create, and there's our folder. Okay, so once we've created it, let's go ahead and go into that folder. And we're going to create our subfolders. So our first one, let's go back and double check, is books and text. So folder, books and text. Now what I would like for to be in this folder is any notes that you may take or you might create for the books and the text that we read. Also, if you annotate like on paper your books, or not really your books maybe, but the maybe short stories or the poems or whatever, I want you guys to scan or snap a picture and put it in this folder. That way you don't have to keep the paper. I know I see backpacks at the end of the year. I know what papers are smushed down the bottom. I don't want you to smush your papers. If you are one of those people who can't hang on to your papers, to snap a picture, put it in this folder. You still have your annotations, but they're not taking up space in your backpack. So that's one. Our next one is assignments. And I'm not going to do all of these. I just wanted to show you how to do this. Ooh. So assignments will be things like basically anything that is not a paper or an essay. So this could be like projects, it could be videos, it could be a group project. I don't know. The sky's the limit here, but that's what's going to go in this folder. So now you kind of know how to create these folders. Let me go through the other ones. Essays and short writing, that should be kind of self-explanatory. It's where your essays go. Vocabulary, we will probably be doing some assignments with our vocabulary. Mechanics, same thing. Assessment, that's where all your tests or your quizzes or your anything else that I use to kind of assess your learning, that's where that's going to go as well. Okay, so now Google Docs, this is the thing that we will use the most, okay? So in our assignments folder, we're going to go ahead and set up an MLA template for ourselves, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We use this pretty consistently. Any formal assignment that you turn in for me has to be in MLA format. So let me show you how to do that. So when you go into your assignments folder, click New, click Google Docs, and we have a new Google Doc, okay? So in the upper left-hand corner where it says Untitled Document, we're going to rename our document, and we are going to rename it MLA Template. Now, every time you go to write a paper, what you'll do is go to this MLA template, you're going to open it, you're going to go to File, and you are going to make a copy. And it will make a copy for you. It'll be called Copy of MLA Template. And then you change the name of that paper to whatever the paper is you're writing, but this is always going to be here for you. So first things first, let's go ahead and change our font to Times New Roman and 12. I know people are like, can I use Arial? Can I use whatever? I prefer Times New Roman and 12 if you want to be on my good side. Okay, so now we need to set up our MLA template. So the directions are here, but here's what the left side of your paper should look like, your MLA heading. Okay, it should be your name, my name, the class, and the due date. Okay, so Lama Del Rey, Miss Perez, English 10. And let's say the due date is August 20th, 2019. Now this is not double spaced like it should be, so we're going to highlight it, and we are going to come here to line spacing, and we're going to double space. Now I know that I'm probably showing you some things that you already know, but just in case you don't, this is what this is for. Okay, so that's our MLA heading. Now we need to make a title. You always have to have a title in your MLA papers. So it says under your MLA heading, center your cursor by clicking the Align button and choosing Center, and then come up with a creative title for this template. Go School Appropriate Bananas. So you can make it whatever you want. So we're going to hit Enter. We're going to go to Align, and we're going to center Align. And I'm going to call this, let's see, English is da bomb. I don't know. And so that's our title. And the last thing that we need to do every time is we need to make sure we have our header. This is the part that most students always forget because it's easy to forget. It's the thing in the upper right-hand corner. It's got your last name, it's got the page number. But a lot of students don't know how to do this correctly. I get a lot of papers that have the same page number on every page. So let me show you how to do this. It's actually very simple. So you're going to go to Insert on your toolbar. You're going to go to Header and Page Number. Page Number, and you're going to click the very first box, the one that has the numbers in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to click that, and that automatically creates page numbers for you. So it doesn't matter how many pages you have, it will automatically number them for you. So up here, you see the blinking cursor, you're going to move it over to the left one, and you are going to type your last name, space, you're going to highlight everything, and you're going to change the font to Times New Roman 12. That's it. Now your MLA template is done. You've got your MLA heading, your header, and your title. That was easy, right? Okay, so Google Slides. So we are going to be using Google Slides quite a bit as well. You're going to be creating them, you're going to be showing them. So I want to show you how to create one and how to insert different things into it. So go back to your assignments folder, hit Google Slides. Now if you haven't used Google Slides very much or you've never used it before, when you first created brand new Google Slides, you have all these themes over here. I know that there are more out on the internet. I've just never bothered to download any of them. So I like the orange one. I think it's kind of fun. So I'm going to click this one because I like it. What directions do we have here? It says change the theme to whatever makes you happiest. I did. I made it orange. And we need to name it Fun Llamas. Okay, so just like we did in our Google Docs, we're going to come over here and say Fun Llamas. Okay, and now it says find a picture of a llama and insert into a slide. So I'm going to Google llama. I did not mean http/llama. Okay, so images. Oh man, llamas are so majestic. I like this guy. Just like living his life. All right, so I'm going to right click. If you don't know how to, if you're using a Mac and you don't know how to right click, you use 2 fingers and you just hit your mouse pad. I'm going to copy image and I'm going to come back to my slide and I'm going to add a slide and I'm going to copy, or I'm going to paste it. Hopefully. Llama, where are you? There you are. You're beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to resize it because he's a little big. And what's our next step? Our next step is to list 3 things you notice about the llama, and we have to make sure that they're bullet pointed, okay? So I'm going to create another slide, and I'm going to say, our llama likes grass. His teeth are fierce. His ears are on point. And I want to bullet point this. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to come up here to the bullet point, and I'm just going to do this. Okay, now the last thing it's asking us to do is we want to make sure we see things one at a time. So I'm going to highlight my bullets, and I want to insert some animation. So basically what this will do is when you're presenting, you can just show us one thing at a time. So it's already highlighted, so I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to come down here to Animation. I'm going to click Animation. And once I'm here in this really cool menu, all I'm going to do is hit by paragraph. And what that means is by interline, okay? So by paragraph, I'm going to play. And if I hit arrows, our llama likes grass. His teeth are fierce. His ears are on point. And that's it. It works. So now I can show things one at a time and know how to do that. And it worked. So sharing is caring. This is the very last thing that we're going to talk about. Every time you submit something to me via Google Drive or from Google Drive, you got to make sure that I can see it. And this is another problem that I run into a lot with students is they share things with me, but I can't see them because they're on a private setting. So let's go back to that MLA template that we created. We'll have to refresh this to see what that looks like. Now, I'll give you the fast, dirty way to do this. If you right-click on this, you don't even have to go in it, but if you right-click, like so 2 fingers, and get shareable link, it says link sharing is off. You just hit the toggle button, the link sharing is on. All you have to do is make sure that anyone at Lake Highland Preparatory School with the link can view. You copy the link, and that's what you submit on Canvas. And that's it. That is how we're going to be using Google Drive. I will show you some more detailed things in class as we need them, but those are the basics. So you've got your MLA template, you know how to use Google Slides, you know how to set up folders, you know how to share things with me, and now you're ready to begin. I'm excited. Let's do this.